Alrighty, we are here in Stormworks, and today I'm going to do a little tutorial on tracks and things like that, since my challenge just came out and things like that, and people may be wondering if they don't already know. So I figured this would be a good time to just do it. So this is just going to really show you how to do steering while at a standstill here, as well as steering while you move. So let's go and get into it. So right off the bat, let's go ahead and make our little platform here. We'll turn on symmetry. We'll grab a seat. We're just going to do the driver's seat. We need to be able to use our AD and throttle and all of that. Now let's go and grab some tank tracks. So we can come in here. We have a ton of different sizes. We have these wheels, and then we actually have the drive wheels. So these you can put between everything, and they'll still roll and all of that. But these are what you'll use to actually power them. We have a bunch of different sizes here. We're just going to go ahead and use these small. So we're going to face those with the arrow going up and the positive arrow going forwards because we want to move forwards. Now, they all need power. Let's go in here, let's just chop a hole in front of each one, and we'll go ahead and grab a pipe and throw it in front. And we'll just bring that all the way back to there, and then we will go and look up more pipes. And if I can place this in the right direction, we'll put that there. One more T-piece back here to put our actual motor. Now we're going to use a medium electric motor here. I've got infinite electricity turned on, but that's just so I have enough power. What I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to grab a clamp. I'm going to throw that in right behind the seat. Now that's going to be from our throttle, so our W and S, and then that will go directly to our throttle. Now that's a pretty big motor, so I want to clamp it at, let's just do 0.1. So that will slow us down because I really don't want to be going all that fast. Now actually I've already messed up here. I need to move this all back. So I'm going to grab the selection. I'm going to left control over that and then drag this over everything. I need enough room for my clutches and all of that. So let's go ahead and move that back to there. That will be good. Now we'll go ahead and extend those out. We'll make sure to merge. And then I will grab my T-pipe here. Throw that in there, and then grab a corner piece here. And I already have one on my hotbar, so let's do that. There we go. Now we have a full circuit here of power going to all of our motors. Now let's go ahead and grab a gearbox here. This is going to be facing away. This is going to be our reverse gear. So this one is very important because if we want to be able to turn on the spot or anything like that, what we're going to do is actually we're going to flip one of these into reverse so that they both switch and go the opposite direction, and hopefully will turn us on the dime. While we're actually moving, we're just going to adjust the actual clutch. Now what we need to do is we need to add our clutch. We're just going to do this one, the normal clutch here, throw that in there. Now we can actually control the power going to our wheels and control if they're going forwards or backwards. So that is a lot of good things. So let's go ahead and grab a blank microcontroller. Not that one, that one. We'll just throw this on top of the motor so it's easy to get. So we're going to go to design. We're just going to call this tank steering. And we're just going to make it quite big for now. We're going to go 3 by 3. So right now we need our throttle. That's the main one. So let's go seat W/S. And then this is going to be our throttle out. That's going to be an output number, and this is going to be a number input. Now we're also going to need 2 more nodes here. We're going to need a right clutch and a left clutch. We're also going to need 2 more for a right reverse and a left reverse. This one will be right reverse. And this one, we'll just copy and paste that, and then we'll change that to a left. And then this one is going to be our right clutch. Oh, copy please, there we go. And this one will be our left clutch. Those are all going to be number outputs. Now we're going to need steering as well. We're just going to kind of get all of this over and done with right now. So we're going to do A/D. That is going to be a number input. And we're also going to need our speed. So we'll just throw that over there and we will call this speed. That's going to be a number input. Because if we are going to turn on a dime, we don't want to be doing that while we're at full speed. So we want to be able to read what speed we're actually at and change what kind of steering mode we're at. So let's go ahead and move those down a bit. Let's spread some of it all out so that we can actually see what we're working with. And there we go. So we can go ahead and just connect some really basic stuff right now, just to kind of get us like connected a little bit, and then we'll start to actually get some of it hooked up in a second. So let's go ahead. Our throttle out is going to be connected there, just so that we can kind of get some more order here. Our left and right reverses are going to be here. Those are actually on off, sorry. So those two, the actual reverses are actually on off, so that's on me, sorry. So we'll have both of our reverses there, we have both of our clutches, we have A, D, and speed. So let's set up our throttle real quick. So if our speed is less, then let's go and grab a property number here. We're going to move those up so we try and keep this a little bit tidy. This is going to be called our pivot speed, I guess. All of these names, of course, are up to you, but this is just kind of what works in my head. So if we are under, let's just do 2 meters a second, then we're going to use the pivot speed, and if we are not, we're not. So let's go ahead and move some of this away, and let's go and get a couple of ands. We're going to throw this in there and there. We will connect that to there and there. Let's go ahead and grab some thresholds, 2 of them. Put 1 there and 1 there. Oh, I added 1 too many. There we go. Try and move things around a little bit here. Now that's going to connect there, and that is going to connect there. And now these are actually going to connect to our A and Ds here. Now this one is going to be if we are between -1 and -0.01, then we're going to go into this. And if we are between 0.1 and 1, then we're going to go into this one. We are going to go and grab an OR. We'll go ahead and connect those there and there. And let's go and actually grab a switch box. That's going to go there, and then that will connect there. Now our W and S, we can go ahead and connect actually here to the off. That will go there. So if our speed is less than that, so we're in our pivot mode, and our A and D is either in the negatives or in the positives, then it will switch this to a property number. So whatever we have in here, this is basically going to be our throttle for whenever we are in pivot mode. So we'll just call this pivot mode throttle. So we'll go ahead and we'll just do 0.2. So that is going to be how fast you actually get throttle whenever you are pivoting on the point, because you do need throttle to be able to keep moving. So that's very important. Now, whenever we are not steering in pivot mode, you have full control of your throttle out with your W and S. Now, while we're here, we can actually go in and do this, hook up the reverse. So the reverse are going to go here. It's very possible these are backwards, I'm not quite sure. But whenever our A and D is between in the negatives, we are going to flip on the right reverse as long as we are under the speed as well. And if we are in the positives, it's going to flip on the left reverse. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go and hook up our clutches. So we're going to go and grab a greater than. Now if our speed is greater than our pivot speed, meaning we're not in our pivot mode anymore, we're going to want to go into a couple of switch boxes down here. So we're going to go 1 for our right and 1 for our left. We're going to go and grab a couple of ands here. We'll just do 2 because we're going to have 1 for our left and 1 for our right. So we're going to connect that to there and there. Move those around a bit. We're going to go and grab these 2 thresholds. We're actually just going to copy and paste those. And I'll put that down there and that over there. Let's see if those are right. Those look right. So we're going to go and connect that there and that there. That's going to go there, and that's going to go there. Now we can go ahead and connect our clutches up here. Move those. Let's go and grab another property. We're going to hook that up to the top and the top. So whenever we are not in our pivot mode, we're going to be reading off of this. So our clutch will be here. Keep in mind, because we have the threshold, it will only turn it on if our speed is greater and that one way is turned. So it'll only activate this switch box, or it'll only activate this switch box. So this is going to be our high speed turning. That's going to be how quickly or how much clutch actually gets engaged whenever you steer. So now we do have this off value. So let's go and actually grab another switch box. We're going to connect that to the OR. So that's going to be changing if we're in our high speed or not as well. So we'll connect that, and there we are going to go and grab an ABS. An ABS basically will make it so that it's always a positive number, so we're going to flip that to the on. And we're going to take this A and D, and the top is going to be our W and S, wherever that is. There it is. So the reason we want our A and D always on a positive is because it's going to the clutch, so they can't go to a negative. And oh, here is a good reason why it wouldn't be working. Let's go ahead and grab our A and D here. Now let's go ahead and throw those in there. So let's actually hook it up as well, that might help. Our W and S is going to go to our seats W and S, but it's clamped, so we're going to go from there. Take our left clutch, go to our left clutch there. Our right clutch goes to our right. Our throttle out goes to our throttle out here. So actually we want to connect this to the front from our seat. Our left reverse will go there, our right reverse will go there. Speed, we do need a speed indicator. We want the linear, so we're going to throw that in there. That will go there, and our A and D will go there. You know what I didn't do? I didn't put the ratios in. That is a problem. So let's actually go and increase this just a little bit. Let's go and try that now. So let's go ahead and just press D. There you go. So they are inverted. Now I can press A. I can go forwards. And the steering works fine. I can stop slowly. And there we go. So let's go ahead and invert those numbers. And also note, if I want to speed up the pivot speed, I go in here and I will increase that. If I want to change the pivot mode throttle, which will also increase my speed, I can do that. I can also change the high speed turning if it's not fast enough. So let's go back into here and let's just invert these. So we just wanted it opposites here. We'll just actually connect that one to there and that one to there, and that will be good. So let's update that. Let's go and make sure that is all correct still. There we go. So that's correct. Now you also have to make sure that your engine is actually powerful enough to be doing this and steering. So if you're not steering or something's not working, go and check that your engine's not stalling or anything like that, because they do require quite a bit of power. But I have this limited quite a bit, so that's why we're struggling a touch there. But yeah, so hopefully this helps you out, and thanks for watching.